Well, I don't know what alternate reality we've got into, what nightmare that I've fallen into, what is happening, but somehow I'm sitting next to two members of CLG following a championship victory in a 3-0 sweep against TSM. Doublelift, I don't even know. How are you feeling?
A compelling interview already,
yeah.
Right off the bat, asking me the hardball questions.
I don't even know what's going on. This is just bizarre. Listen, okay, I think it was 1 year ago, around this time, that you and I went to PAX, and you guys lost in a terrible fashion to Curse, and
Yeah.
I did a 45-minute interview with you in your hotel, and I was like, why does this happen? You guys have consistently done worse every single playoffs.
Yeah.
What is happening? I mean, when you think about that interview, and then you think about now sitting next to me, next to Pobelter, the 3-0, I mean, what goes through your mind?
Well, wow, what an open-ended question. I guess
I try.
You try. It's just really satisfying. It's the most satisfying feeling I've ever had in my life. Like I just said in the post-game interview, it's the best day of my life because, yeah, everyone in the community makes a joke, a mockery of CLG and a mockery of me, and tells me that I can't do it. And eventually, after years of that happening and disappointing the fans, letting myself down, letting my team down, then you start to believe it yourself, you know? I lost a lot of confidence in myself, and actually at the beginning of this split, I had a conversation with Chris as he was hired. I told him, I don't want to play anymore. I'm actually just considering going full-time streamer. And he's like, just trust me, play this one last split out, and just try it with me, because I'm here now.
You're talking about your coach,
I'm
Chris.
Coach Chris Birdlimes. And I was like, okay, I'll give it another shot, because this is a new roster. It's a fresh start, and I think Pobelter is a huge upgrade from Link, and everyone is just really dedicated to this split, and I'll give it another few months, before I just quit completely. And that was just an MVP decision, because it just, nobody can say I've never won a championship before, and nobody can say CLG is a joke anymore, because we put in the work and we did it.
Yeah. Pobelter, I did an interview with you. Part of the reason I asked to have you in this interview with Doublelift is because I think the very first interview I did with CLG, the split, was you and Doublelift. In it, I was like, okay, you haven't really lived up to the dream. So many people said, Pobelter, the boy genius, the mid lane god, and then you went to EG and Winter Fox and never really came about. Today you played Victor, and I feel like every time you put out a laser, half their team, or their team lost half their health instantly. It was ridiculous. Now sitting here after so many struggles, you'd predicted top 9 this split. You were CLG top 9, don't like to get expectations up, so CLG top 9. Instead, you took first place after sweeping TSM 3-0. You got to tell me, are you able to believe this? Is it a surreal experience, or are you yeah, I mean, all in a day's work?
Yeah, I mean, wow, I think I've learned a lot this split about what it means to be a team player. Before I was on CLG and before I learned a lot from our coach Chris and from all my teammates, I had no idea what it was like to be a team player. I was on a team with players like Altec, players like Helios for a year plus, but they weren't actually my teammates, I didn't trust them, I wasn't a good teammate, but over this split, I feel I've really learned how to, I feel I'm kind of repeating myself, but how to just work as a team with my teammates. And I don't know, basically I'll just give an example, say Afro misses a opportunity for a 5-man pull flash or something like that. If that was me a split ago, I would get mad at him for missing the opportunity. But this split, I would get mad at him for missing the opportunity, but I would also get mad at myself for not telling him that he could do it or giving him the confidence to do something like that. So I don't know, it's just it's just a team-based game, and it took me 4 years to realize that. And now that I've realized it, and now that the whole team's realized it, this is working out really well.
Doublelift, watching you play, watching CLG play for all these years of my career, it was so funny because after the first game, I tweeted the picture of the spinner that said win one game to give fans false hope, and then the second game I edited that to say win 2 games to give fans false hope. It just seemed so unbelievable that you guys could win this. In the game, you guys would have these team fights where it would feel like, yep, this is a team fight where they go and they get aced, and then suddenly, like, 3 of you guys would walk away with like 1% health, and then the other 2 would like clean up TSM. What is the change? Like, what really allowed you guys to pull out these pretty ridiculous team fights, ridiculous moments in this game? Is it the confidence? Is it just learning to play as a team, as Pobelter said? Like, what allowed you guys to just finally have the edge that you needed to win?
Yeah, it's basically exactly like Pobelter said, where every other time in my career, you know, if you told me 6 months ago it'd be okay if I played really badly in a team fight, but like we would still win the championship, I'd be like, what team did I join? Like, did I leave CLG and join like a completely different team? Because there, like, in a lot of our fights, well, I guess you have to go back and just first I have to talk about like how our team works now. Like, we don't have this mentality where, okay, you're on Maokai duty, bitch, and like you're gonna play Lulu every game. Everyone on the team, we trust them to play well and like carry when it's their time, and like if they don't do it, then we just say like, it's okay, you're gonna get it next time, and like you're gonna do better next time. So like we support each other in that way, instead of being like, okay, you fucked up and now you lost your chance, and now you know what, I'm just gonna take all the side lane farm and split push the whole game and I'm gonna carry. That's not how we work anymore. So in team fights, it goes to kind of the same way where like I could have a really bad Ashe arrow, or like I could have really bad positioning and just instantly die, but that's okay because my teammates are there to pick up the slack. And it just all comes back to like working as a team, and it's okay if one of your teammates messes up, because you're there. Like, you see that and you're just willing to, I don't know, throw your life in front of them like that.
Yeah. Pobelter, again, whenever I spoke with you at the start of this split, it felt as though you were, a lot of people said you were overhyped. Like, oh, you were supposed to be this god tier mid laner whenever you became of age to enter the LCS. Do you feel like you've hit that point now? Like, you know, I heard people saying that you were going even with Bjergsen. I'm sure TSM and CLG fans will still continue to debate, like, who's the superior player. But do you feel like you've really come into your own?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I had a pretty good performance today. Granted, it was like 3 games of Victor, who's pretty busted right now. Okay, so it was like game 1, I played Victor. I thought I did really well. I was like, there's no way they're going to let me have this game 2 or 3. And then they let me have it game 2. I did really well again. There's no way they're going to let me have this for game 3. Yeah. And then I played it again. I was like, there's no way they're going to let me. Wait, we won. And yeah, I don't know. It was just like they kept letting me have a champion I'm really comfortable on. Had a really good showing today. But anyways, to go back to your question, I feel like there is more for me to prove than just like one series of doing pretty well. So hopefully I can show, you know, my peak form during Worlds and play as well as I did today.
Doublelift, I don't know how much you want to talk about this, but this event felt so much of a, you know, we're starting to see the blur between the lines of traditional sports and esports. You know, so we saw this instead of being at PAX, a gaming convention, we saw it here in Madison Square Garden. I don't want to keep repeating what they said on the broadcast a million times, but a very historical sports arena. We saw Rick Fox on broadcast there, ask a question about him. I know that you had mentioned, you know, before we did this that there was some sort of talk that Rick Fox actually gave to the team. Was there anything that you want to explain about this? This was, I guess, before your match?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to, like, ask what advice he gave us, because I think he wanted that to be for us. But I will say that, yeah, Rick Fox, if you don't know who he is, because I definitely didn't know who he was until it was explained to me, he played for the Lakers and he won multiple championships, and one of them was at the Madison Square Garden. So, like, he's been there, he's done that, and he's like you could just look at him. You could just, like, look at a picture of him or just see him in real life, and you're like, wow, this is like a really tall, imposing big man with, like, clearly he's great. He's just like a great person. He's successful, and like you can just tell that when he has a problem, he just fixes it or like accomplishes it. So he came to us and he was like, yeah, my son got me to the game, and actually I'm a big fan of you guys, and it's an honor to meet you. And I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, he's so much more successful and great than like any of us, or like all of us combined probably. He's more famous and successful and has accomplished more. But he's saying that he's honored to meet us and then it was like, it kind of dawned on me like, okay, he respects us because he understands like we put in a lot of work, just like he put in a lot of work into his thing. Even though they're completely different, they're actually like really similar in a lot of ways. Like we dedicate our lives to this thing. It's really competitive, and we both ended up at the Madison Square Garden playing in the finals. So he basically gave us like his sagely advice. I guess he's had a lot of time to reflect on his successes and probably his failures too. So it was really cool. And he's like a really inspiring guy. He's really motivating speaker.
Pobelter, you went from relegation king to first seed to Worlds. I mean, what is next for you guys? I know you're going to create a boot camp. You said that in the press conference. But how do you think you guys can do at Worlds? Because so many people right now have, speaking of faith and faith age and all that, so many people have lost faith in Western teams, in North American teams. Do you think that CLG and even TSM, maybe the third seed for Worlds, are going to be able to show some good games at Worlds, maybe make it out of group stage, maybe even further? I mean, I know you said keep expectations low, top 9, baby. That's what we're going to do the split at the start of the split. So I'm curious what you have to say about Worlds.
Yeah, top 16 Worlds, guys.
Okay.
So we've only played in North America so far. This roster so far has not had any international experience. We've been doing pretty well in North America recently. We had good showing in tournament, in playoffs, and also in scrimmages recently. So hopefully we can translate that to the world stage. You know, it's definitely not going to be easy because Asian teams definitely are a bit stronger than Western teams, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. We'll try our best.
Doublelift, I did an interview with your coach, Chris, at the start of this split. He came in and we had a lot of discussions, he and I, in our interview about sort of his traditional sports background and coming from coaching or being at least part of a support staff for collegiate sports. Tony came in and he took over from being an analyst, became a coach. What has what contributions has the support staff provided to you guys this split?
Oh, this is, yeah, it's so much. Yeah, you can't even cover it in this, like, probably a 15 or 30-minute interview, but, like, man, it's so broad. Like, Tony is the picks and bans, like, leader. He's really smart about it, and he always will consult with people about matchups and, like, daily goals and just making sure that we're improving day-to-day as players. And, like, he doesn't have a lot of experience with, like, relationships between people and like communications, but he's really smart about the game. So like Chris fills the other side, which is like, how can we can be better communicated as people? What is
Lustboy is literally standing behind us holding up a passport.
Wait, that's
and
Russia's
I'm pretty sure
passport.
It's Russia's passport.
Is that
and
me?
He's pointing it at you.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm MVP? I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on either.
Oh, that's his passport. Sorry.
Oh, it's Lustboy's passport.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay, anyways, Chris.
I guess, maybe he's saying you're going to Korea.
Oh, I'm going to Korea.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was...
Let's take that
That was
away.
subtle.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Chris improves our communication, which is really broad, I know, but like, he makes sure that we have good relationships with each other, you know, and that like, even if we're not like the best friends in the world, that we still have like a lot of respect for each other as teammates. We trust each other. We have each other's backs. So yeah, Chris just helps us be better people, and Tony helps us be better players. And in the end, they kind of double dip a little bit. Like Tony helps us be better people, and Chris helps us be better players indirectly in a lot of ways. So yeah, they just changed everything actually.
Yeah.
I can't really speak, like they just do everything.
Before this, you had never won anything. Everyone held that over your head. Doublelift's trophy case subreddit now actually has a post in it. Apparently made it to our all.
Oh yeah.
Do you feel like a sense of vindication after all these years? People had said you were washed up at one point in time. I don't know. It's interesting because I just wonder, like, are you like suck it bitches, or are you like,
Oh yeah.
I always had it.
Oh yeah. This goes out to everyone who said I couldn't do it. Fuck you.
There we go.
But actually, it makes me really just appreciate my team. This is so fucking cliche, but like, it helps me really appreciate my team, because like, I thought I was cursed, and if I believe it, I don't see how like other people could not believe it, because I think I would know myself better than anyone else. But like Pobe, Zion, Smithy, and Afro, they all told me, they're like, yeah, you're really good and you can do it, and like, okay, we could just work on like these things, these goals, and just take it like one day at a time. And I don't know, like I slowly became more confident in myself after like losing it for a while, like losing my way, and my teammates were just there to pick me up and tell me like, it's okay, you're still really good, like we can do this. So it just makes me really appreciative of my team, because yeah, like I said, I really wanted to quit, and I was like, yeah, I'm done, I'm washed up, but obviously not. I think it's just the beginning.
Pobelter, I'll let you take the lead on this. We'll switch back to Doublelift in a second, but is there anything you want to say to CLG fans out there, anybody out there watching this interview?
Thank you for supporting CLG through the darkest of times. This is now the dawn of hopefully a new era of CLG. Okay, that sounded so fucking lame.
No,
oh my
god. It's good. I like it.
Okay, no, but for real, I hope that we can keep doing well. Sorry, what else did you ask?
We're good. Doublelift. Take it away. Anything you want to say?
A dawn of a new CLG, baby.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Straight to the bank, baby. Okay. What was the question again?
Anything you want to say? It's literally the same question I ask you in every interview of all time. Is there anything you want to say to fans out there?
Yeah, thank you guys for supporting us, and shout out to all of our sponsors: Razer, HyperX, iBuyPower, G2A, DX Racer, and Twitch. God, I'm good.
Maybe more of an accomplishment than the win today. Yeah. Pobelter, he handed you the mic. Do you have anything you want to say? I don't know why he handed it to you.
What's up?
Check out the rest of our coverage of all things esports, well, League of Legends at least, at GameSpot.com/LOL.